How's it going, everybody? My name is Arik, and welcome to the very first video on this lovely new YouTube channel. If you guys recognize me right off the bat, that might be for a couple reasons. I used to run a small YouTube channel known as EGB4TV and go by the tag EGB4, but now I go by Arik, and this is my brand new channel. You guys might also know me from the Pokemon VGC community. You guys might know me as a Pokemon VGC player and writer for a website known as the Game House, where I just write about competitive Pokemon in all of its various different forms. But for those of you that are completely new to me and my channel, hi, my name is Eric. I am a Pokemon VGC player and writer, as I said, but I'm also a Pokemon fan and a Nintendo fan, and that's mainly a majority of the content you're going to be seeing on this channel, just Pokemon and Nintendo games alike. It's going to be mainly competitive Pokemon oriented, but you know, I'm going to squeeze in some other stuff here and there. I do play Smash Brothers mainly as another competitive game, but you know, I'm also interested in other, just anything Pokemon and Nintendo related, and you're going to be seeing all different kinds of stuff on this channel. But for our very first video on this channel today, we're just going to be doing a standard Pokemon Showdown Live, playing VGC 2019 Ultra Series with the team that I brought to the most recent Atlantic City Regional Championships, where I finished a whopping 3-4. I can mainly attribute that to this guy right here, Primal Groudon, one of the best Pokemon in VGC 2019, as long as it hits Precipice Blades. I missed an unhealthy amount of Precipice Blades in Atlantic City, and lo and behold, this is the first time this season that I've brought Primal Groudon, and he just decides to blow it for me. But you know, there are definitely some other situations where I could have played much better and, you know, put myself in positions to not have Precipice Blades missing cost me the entire game. But you know, it's just the sheer quantity of Precipice Blades that this guy missed during the tournament that just cost me two sets. I think missing Precipice Blades an unholy amount of times cost me. The other two losses I can like basically attribute to a poor matchup or bad play, but you know, it's Pokemon. Luck is a part of the game, but we're not going to dwell on that right now. But we're just going to get right into things. We're going to hop into a battle in a second, but I just want to kind of quickly go over this team real quick. This is a team based off of a player's team who got top 4 at the Sheffield Regional Championships. His name is Matt Carter. I will leave his link to his team report in the description below. But this team really only has one slight edit from that team, and it comes in the form of the 6th slot, which is well, originally for Atlantic City it was going to be Breloom over the original Incineroar that was on this team, but Breloom ended up not really being super helpful, probably because I didn't play a whole lot of Kyogre teams, or at least a lot of Kyogre teams that Breloom would have been really good against. So the reason I decided to put Breloom over Incineroar is because I feel like Breloom would have patched up a lot more matchups than Incineroar did, because in the team report you'll see that Incineroar was one of the least brought Pokemon of the entire team. So I kind of experimented with a couple extra Pokemon to patch up some of the team's poor matchups, and I noticed some of the matchups that this team kind of struggled with were Tornadus, Kangaskhan leads, because they can kind of just fake out and get up Tailwind for free. I mean, Trick Room was obviously a bit iffy, but I was a lot more confident in that matchup, especially with Breloom being able to spread Spore. But I think one thing that we're going to try out today for this video is going to be Pheromosa. Now, Pheromosa I added on this team because it gets access to Fast Quick Guard, and it's something I kind of want to try out because, like, even though we have Tapu Lele on the team, Psychic Terrain doesn't protect flying Pokemon from getting faked out, so Quick Guard is just a way of alleviating that. I mean, I guess I also could have put like a Serena here, but Serena plus Tapu Lele is kind of redundant. I mean, it's not like super like ultra like why would you run both on the same team kind of redundant, but like it's just, I don't know, I'd have to test it. But Pheromosa is just something that stuck out to me, and I kind of want to try it out, especially since we're going to be starting pretty much at the bottom of the ladder. So I think it would be time to test out some more fun strategies. But this team does have Mega Aerodactyl, which is a cool Mega Evolution in Ultra Series for sure. Definitely something that picked up a lot of popularity towards the end of the season. But with all of that out of the way, God, that was a long introduction. You guys would not believe how many times I've had to redo this because of how many times I've flubbed it. But you know, we're just going to get right into the games here. As I said, we're going to be starting at pretty much the bottom of the ladder. Okay, thank goodness all my sounds are muted. I always forget to mute the sounds. But getting into our first game here, we're going to be facing an opposing Necrozma Groudon team, this time with Salamence, Tapu Lele, Tapu Fini, and Incineroar. Now, I did play a Necrozma team at Atlantic City, and I noticed that Bisharp was very, very good in that matchup. However, he was playing Necrozma plus Kyogre, but he was interestingly also using Duskmane. But speaking of Bisharp, Bisharp actually looks very, very good here. But the question is, what do I want to lead? I think my own Necrozma is going to be the key to winning this game. The question is, when am I going to Ultra Burst? Because, I mean, I think as soon as I get rid of Lele and have a means of dealing with Finny, I think Necrozma can just kind of just win the game. Now the question is, do I want to bring Aerodactyl on the start? Aerodactyl is good for speed control and matching his speed control, but the thing is, if he goes for Necrozma of his own, he might try to set up Trick Room. I could definitely see a couple different speed control modes for this team, considering he does have the Duskmane Necrozma. I don't know, this is a bit of a tricky one to start out at the very, very bottom of the ladder, but, okay, I think I'm going to go with... I think the go-to lead for any unknown matchup is usually Aerodactyl plus Necrozma, because that really gives you a lot of options in terms of offense and also, like, setting yourself up for the late game. I definitely think Groudon has to come here, and I definitely think Bisharp is probably the best. So he's going to start out with Necrozma, or not Necrozma, he's going to start out with Lele and Incineroar. Okay, this is actually really good for me because Necrozma is pretty much free to do whatever it wants here. I mean, he could fake out my Aerodactyl, but he could also do some shady stuff to my Dawn Wings here with that Incineroar, especially if he's carrying the Z move. But I mean, something tells me he probably isn't carrying the Z move, considering he has a Necrozma on his team. But, you know, Necrozma teams sometimes carry an extra Z move, so I wouldn't put it past him. But I do think I'm going to hold off on Ultra Bursting this turn. I think I'm just going to go for a Tailwind. No, I think I'm going to switch in Groudon here and then just go for a Moongeist Beam into the Lele. I don't think speed control is super important here since he doesn't really have anything to match it right off the bat. But, yeah, I think Necrozma's in a pretty good position here regardless, because Lele usually doesn't have anything to hit Necrozma super effectively. He's just going to go for a Dazzling Gleam. Going to get some nice chip damage on my Necrozma. We're just going to fire off a Moongeist. Wow! Moongeist Beam didn't KO! And he actually has Malicious Moonsault. Alrighty then. Okay. So we are faster than Scarf Lele, which is very nice actually, but I think I'm just going to go ahead and get up a Tailwind here because I really don't mind the Dazzling Gleam damage. So yeah, I think Tailwind here is just in my best interest. Yeah, it looks like he is Scarf Lele because I think if you were not choiced in some way, you probably wouldn't click Dazzling Gleam there. And Precipice Blades, thank goodness, is going to hit twice, and we're just going to be able to pick up 2 free KOs there. Now, I think my course of action here is to get rid of this Groudon. But, see, the thing is, I don't know what this Necrozma is going to do. But I think my main course of action here is going to be getting rid of that Groudon, because Groudon threatens Bisharp in the back, and Bisharp has a really good matchup against Necrozma. So I think I'm just going to go for the Rock Slide and Precipice Blades, just so I can chip Groudon to the point where Precipice Blades will be able to get the Oko. Oh, it does not look like it's enough. But we do get the flinch. That is one good thing about Aerodactyl, is that Aerodactyl can get flinches. And with that flinch, that pretty much prevents Necrozma from doing anything. And we're going to be able to get a win for our very first game of this Showdown live here. Okay, so the thing about Streamlabs OBS is that there's no timer. So I don't know how long this video has been going, but, you know, I think we might just try to keep it sort of short for today's upload, just because, you know, this is our very first upload on the channel, and just want to keep it nice, short, and succinct for you guys. But, you know, future episodes, future Showdown lives are probably going to be around like 20 to 30 minutes long. I'm going to try to, like, eyeball it and try to keep an eye on the timer just so we don't go too far over time, but, you know, stuff happens. I'll try to figure out a way to time these in the future. Definitely, some much needed preparations are in order here, but we're gonna go into our next game. I'm trying to think of like if there's anything I could have done to play that game more optimally, but I think, I mean, knowing the Incineroar had Z move is definitely some very good information in like a best of 3, for example. So I mean, I guess I could have better protected against that. I'm really surprised that his Lele lived that Moongeist Beam. See, the thing is, like, you don't want to Ultra Burst there, because since he clicked Dazzling Gleam, he probably anticipated me to be Ultra Necrozma, and I would have taken even more damage from the Dazzling Gleam, but I guess it really didn't matter in the end, because I ended up getting KO'd anyway. So, I mean, Moongeist Beam from Ultra Necrozma, I think, does more to Tapu Lele since you get the Neuroforce boost, but, you know, I don't know. I think probably Ultra Bursting in that scenario would have been better. In hindsight, I guess, since I was going to lose Necrozma anyway, and Necrozma doesn't drop to a Dazzling Gleam. But we have a whole new game here. I don't know why I'm still talking about the last game, but we have XY without a Mega Evolution. But he does have a Naganadel, which is a Pokemon that's been used here and there. but, you know, hasn't really had any mainstream usage for a while. XY is an archetype that is pretty underutilized, at least in Ultra series. It had some popularity in the earlier Sun and Moon series, but I mean, people have been using Xerneas and Yveltal just apart from each other. I mean, other than that, other than the Ganondorf, this comp is pretty standard, at least for like filler Pokemon goes. Stakataka is actually not that big of a problem for this team, considering I have multiple ways of hitting it and dealing with it. Especially since now I have two means of fighting type damage. Well, I mean, I've always had two means of fighting type damage since I used to have Breloom on this team, but... I definitely think this is going to be a Bisharp game. Bisharp is so good, guys. Like, if you guys want an underrated Pokemon for Ultra Series, you definitely want to get Bisharp. Bisharp is nice. Bisharp real nice. Okay, but the thing is, Yveltal is always a tricky matchup for Necrozma and Groudon teams. But that's why we have our boy Lele here. See, the thing is, like, I could lead Aerodactyl plus Lele, which helps me deal with Yveltal lead, which I think is what I might do. And I think I'm going to bring Bisharp in the back, and then I'm going to bring Groudon. I don't think Necrozma is the right call for this game. I could be wrong, but... Oh, he's going to bring Stakataka. Okay, this isn't horrible, considering... Like, yeah, this isn't bad, considering, like, yeah, Stakataka could just kill my Lele, but, like, at the same time... He's probably not going to Tailwind, that's the thing. Like, I don't... If there's one play I expect him to make here, it's not the Tailwind. So I think I'm going to preserve my Lele here, because I think a defensive play from Yveltal is more than likely going to be the case here. But I think I'm just going to drop a Rock Slide, just in case that Yveltal decides to not do anything. And we get another flinch. And he's just going to go for Gyro Ball into the Groudon, which is actually really good for me. Now, always Wide Guard is a problem here, but I think I'm just going to go for... See, the thing is, he could just go for another... he could go for Wide Guard, and then I don't know what item this Yveltal has, so, like... Darkanium Z is always a problem. I think I'm going to just Rock Slide and Protect here, just to see a Scout, to see if he has Wide Guard. Okay, so he does have Wide Guard. I end up... Okay, I was going to say I missed the Rock Slide, but no, he... just ended up wide guarding and protecting his Yveltal. Okay, so I think Stakataka, I think it's in his best interest to keep clicking wide guard here, but I don't want my Groudon to take a Dark Pulse, so he is special Yveltal, but I think I'm just going to switch on to Bisharp here, because Bisharp is pretty free into a Dark Pulse. Yeah, he's going to keep clicking wide guard here, probably within his best interest, to be honest. Dark Pulse, probably not going to do a whole lot of damage. The question is, do I want to keep Aerodactyl in here? Aerodactyl, I mean, it keeps threatening in case he wants to go for something that's not wide guard. It threatens a KO on Yveltal, because I guess this isn't a very bulky Yveltal, because usually Rock Slide from Aerodactyl is nowhere near to a KO on most Yveltals. I mean, it's close. I mean, the idea is that you're supposed to, like, knock it into range of Lele's Moonblast without proccing Berry, so that's why the Lele is actually slower than the Aerodactyl despite being Choice Scarf. But I think we're just going to go for a Rock Slide and a Low Kick here. Just play really straightforward. I wouldn't be surprised to see a Protect on Stakataka. Oh, he actually just clicks Wide Guard again. Okay, so we're just going to be able to knock this thing out for free, I think? No, okay, so it's not quite enough to KO. Now, see, the thing about what's awkward for Finny here is that Finny, if he decides to click Icy Wind or something, he risks activating my Defiant. So, I mean, he can't really do much besides, like, Nature's Madness or whatever. I think I'm just going to Sky Drop the Finny and go for Iron Head into the Stakataka. I could go for a Rock Slide again, just to cover the Yveltal switch in. He's just going to keep clicking Wide Guard. Okay. Oh, Tapu Fini went for Ice Beam. That's new. You really don't see Ice Beam on Tapu Fini. The only Ice move you really see on Tapu Fini is, like I said, Icy Wind. But he's going to go into Xerneas here. I'm not really super scared of Xerneas, to be honest. But, I mean, I think, honestly, Rock Slide into Iron Head is probably going to be enough to knock it out. Or at least put it in range of something like Sucker Punch. Oh, he just clicks Moonblast. Oh, I really wish he got the special attack drop there. That would have been hilarious. But, okay. See, he could just protect his Xerneas and go for a, go for another Ice Beam to knock out my Aerodactyl. Because I don't think I'm in Sucker Punch range yet. Maybe if I had Dark Aura on my side, I'd probably be able to knock him out with Sucker Punch. But I think my best play here is to honestly just keep clicking Rock Slide and then... How much did Rock Slide do the first time? Rock Slide did 18 to 20%. Okay, Xerneas is like right above 20%. So I think honestly my best play is just to click Rock Slide and Iron Head. Okay, so we get the low roll there. Okay, we flinch Finny. That's pretty good. Wow. Oh, that Dazzling Gleam actually was enough to KO my Bisharp. I did not think Dazzling Gleam was going to do 30%. How much did Moonblast do? 50? I mean, I guess that's pretty reasonable. Okay, so the thing is I can't click Psychic, but I do have Fairy Aura boosted Moonblast. Or Dazzling. See, the thing is, like, if I click Dazzling Gleam, I could potentially proc the Finny's Berry, and that could potentially put it out of KO range. And I don't think Finny is in KO range of Moonblast just yet. Because I don't know how much investment the Finny is. So I think I'm just going to do this to make Precipice Blade single target. Oh, that's kind of annoying, actually. Okay, we hit P-Blades, so it's going to be Yveltal versus Lele and Groudon, and I think unless he is Z-move... Oh, okay, he's at half health, so Fire Punch just might be able to do it. So as long as I'm able to, you know, get at least one attack off here, I think... Oh, he has Air Slash, that's weird. Huh. Well, I mean, we are at the bottom of the ladder, folks, so, you know, really, really, you could see anything down here. But GG's to my opponent. That was a pretty straightforward game, I guess. I mean, I kind of just sat with... Oh, I didn't really utilize Assurance that much. I mean, the whole idea of Aerodactyl plus Bisharp is that you Rock Slide something for chip, and then you Assurance for big damage. But honestly, this team didn't really get damaged a whole lot by Assurance. So, you know, like, probably wasn't the best strategy going forward. I was just content clicking Low Kick and Iron... Oh, it's this guy again. So it looks like we're going to be having a best of 3. At least game 2 of a best of 3 with this guy. So, I mean, if he leads Lele Incin again... Okay, Lele Incin would get punished by a Groudon lead. Necrozma, I mean, kind of. I think I'm just going to lead Groudon Necrozma. See, that gets punished if he goes with Salamence. I think Aerodactyl Necrozma is fine, because I think... I mean, he could just lead his own Necrozma. That's a thing. That's a thing, too. This is tough. I think Groudon Necrozma is fine. I doubt he goes for Mence. Did he bring Mence last time? I don't think he did. No, he didn't, because he brought both of his Restricteds in the back. Aerodactyl didn't really help out a whole lot. I think I'm just going to go with... Do I want Lele? I don't think I want Lele. We'll bring Aerodactyl in the back. I don't think that's usually the advised course of action with this team, but we'll bring it in the back, just in case we have to emergency match speed control. Oh, dude, if I led with Bisharp, bro, ooh. But the thing is about leading with Bisharp into Incineroar is that you obviously have to be afraid of P-Blades, or not P-Blades. You have to be afraid of... What's it called? Wow, Flare Blitz. I don't know why my mind just forgot what Incineroar did for a second, but I mean, it's probably going to fake out Groudon if anything. I think Bisharp is definitely a good course of action here. Do I want to just Moongeist? I kind of just want to Earth Power the Incin. Yeah, I think that was a good course of action, because like obviously he's afraid with the Moongeist beam. Actually, he could just Dark Z me here. Yeah, he just clicks the Dark Z, so there goes Necrozma. I probably should have kept that in the back of my mind, but honestly, like, Groudon coming in here is pretty free. And I think just Iron Heading the Finny is probably the best. He has Protect on Incineroar. That is not something you see. And we miss P-Blades. There's one, folks. It's bound to happen when I'm playing Primal Groudon. But that does actually reveal some crucial information about this Tapu Fini, is that it is slower. I don't know if we actually saw the Finny speed in the last game. I wasn't really paying attention. I was kind of just clicking buttons. But yeah, this Finny is slower than our Groudon, which is good information. It means his switch-ins are limited. Okay, Iron Head did that much. I'm just gonna click P-Blades again. Like, honestly, if he has Necrozma and Groudon in the back, which he likely does, he has no P-Blade switch-in anyway, so... that's probably going to proc his Berry. That's really annoying, actually. He's just going to Nature's Madness everything in Necrozma range, which is pretty bad. Alright, I'm going to switch on to Aerodactyl and protect Groudon, because I do have Wide Guard, and with Wide Guard, like, I think I can just win the game, like, outright. But that Nature's Madness on Bisharp kind of sucks. That really does suck, because that puts him in range of potentially Necrozma stuff. So he's going to click P-Blades here. I think I can just... Yeah, I think Wide Guard is my best play, because that prevents Icy Wind and stuff, too. And his Finny's slower than my Groudon, so I can just... Oh, his Groudon's really slow. Yep, so we can't really touch my Groudon. Okay, see, the thing is, Tailwind is probably the better play here, because he can just play around my Wide Guard and just Earth Power me with Necrozma. Ooh, he could have Trick Room, though. Trick Room is annoying, to say the least, but I have Bisharp in the back, so I'm not really scared of his potential Trick Room. And I'm also faster than his Groudon naturally, so I think Tailwind is probably the best course of action here. No, because if he Ultra Bursts, then he can just Earth Power me. So I think Tailwind Protect is the... Yeah, so if he Ultra Bursted there, he could have just Earth Powered me and KO'd me. So, yeah, protecting Groudon was definitely the right play there. He's going to Fire Punch my Aerodactyl, hopefully no burn. Cool. And I think Rock Slide P-Blade just wins us the game as long as we hit. I think as long as we just kill the Groudon, I think Bisharp wins in the back, and also we have potential for Rock Slide flinches. But we end up missing the Necrozma. That's kind of annoying. But we do manage to connect with P-Blade, so it doesn't really matter. He can KO my Groudon, but honestly, I have Bisharp in the back, which can just Sucker Punch, and if you don't attack me, then I can just Rock Slide you for chip. So, yeah, he's going to Protect, stall at the Tailwind. He's going to Sucker Punch again. Oh, he double protected. Okay. I think my play is still the same. I mean, like, he can stall me out of Sucker Punch. You know, why am I even trying to stall? Why am I even trying to do this? Like, I can honestly just wait. The game didn't end. Oh. Huh. Earth Power actually KO'd me. That's crazy. Huh. Okay, see, if I would have known that, I would have kept clicking Sucker Punch. I didn't know Earth Power would have KO'd me from that range, but I guess Bisharp's special defense is not as good as I thought it was. Alright, well, I'm gonna Sky Drop because it's just... Wait. Oh my god, I'm such an idiot. Oh my god. Oh my god, wow. Oh, I am so dumb. Wow, he just called me a noob. That's crazy. Oh my god, dude. Play me in a BO3, bro. I bet I could beat you in game 3, dog. Oh my god, I can't believe that slipped my mind. Oh my god, guys, I promise this never actually happens in a game, like in an actual game. It's just these first-time recording nerves. It must be, because like I just completely forgot that you can't Sky Drop Necrozma because it's too heavy. See, my mind saw 100% accuracy. I was just like, I'm not trying to miss. So, oh my god. That's such a rookie mistake. But I think we're going to get one more, and then we're going to call it an episode. I was really not expecting to drop a game in this episode, but that's so annoying, because like that was just an easy Rock Slide to win the game. But my mind immediately saw 100% accuracy, and I was like, yes, let's click that one, because I'd already missed a Rock Slide on Necrozma earlier, but yeah, that really sucks. That is really just... You really hate to see that, honestly. Oh my god. Alright, so this is our last game. We're going to be going against a Rayquaza Groudon team with Suicune and Celesteela. Celesteela is... It's annoying, but I mean, it's not indisposable. That's not the right use of that word. It's not immovable. That's a better word. It's not the best word. That's a better word. It's not impossible to take down is what I'm trying to say. It's a little annoying considering Rayquaza's Delta Stream, but I mean, I have Fire Punch, so it's not that big a deal. Honestly, my Groudon kind of wrecks his team when I'm faster, so I mean, the thing is about Rayquaza Groudon teams, that their Groudons are usually run really fast, so I mean, likely he's going to be able to match my Tailwind, which is problematic, but I think I'm just going to go with Aerodactyl Necrozma. I think that's just the best mid-ground lead versus everything. You know, I added Pheromosa, and I honestly thought I was going to use it this episode, but I mean, we haven't really run into any matchups where I need it, aka Tornadus matchups, so I don't really think we're going to see it this episode, and I don't really know what to bring in the back. I think it's Lele, honestly. Lele is probably the best, because Lele can hit Rayquaza, it can hit Groudon, it can hit Coco, it can just deal big damage to everything, but, okay, so now we play our favorite game known as Do We Ultra Burst. Now, in front of Coco, it's a bit tricky. I think my default play is to Tailwind here, and I don't think you target Necrozma if you're Coco. I think you Thunderbolt me, trying to knock out my Aerodactyl, and honestly, that's probably better for me, because if I burst, then I can switch in Lele and then Z the Suicune next turn and just get rid of it, or I can Z whatever comes in for Coco if it gets knocked out. But the thing is, if he Volt switches, then it's kind of problematic. So I think my best play is to actually just Photon Geyser instead, because Photon Geyser still does a lot to Coco anyway. The problem is I won't KO it. Oh, he just goes for Protect. He might just Protect Tailwind in this case. In that case, there's a high possibility that he could be Farium Z, which makes me kind of want to switch into Groudon. I think I'm just going to Rock Slide and switch into Groudon. Yeah, there's no use in risking Necrozma, because like usually on Rayquaza Groudon teams, the Coco carries Farium Z just to help with other Rayquaza. And was I correct? Yep, there's the Twinkle Tackle, and here comes an Icy Wind. In hindsight, probably should have just wide guarded there. I mean, the extra damage from Rock Slide wasn't that big a deal. I'm just going to Rock Slide again and then go into Necrozma, because, yep, Rayquaza switching in here, probably going for a Water move on my Groudon. Necrozma's going to be able to take this no problem, and oh wow, Rayquaza took so much damage from that Rock Slide. Okay, he gets burned here. Yeah, that's a tad annoying. I mean, that doesn't really help too much. At least help him, to be honest. I'm sorry, I'm like losing focus here because I hear myself getting a phone call in the background. But we'll answer that after this battle. Okay, so what happened here? Rock Slide actually went before the, Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna switch into Lele and Photon Geyser. The Rayquaza. Does Photon Geyser KO Suicune from here? I want to say no. I honestly want to... No, I should probably take out the Rayquaza. Rayquaza is definitely the bigger threat here. Suicune, don't really care that much. He's actually going to stay in normal form for Rayquaza. Okay, well, that just allows me to get a free KO. He just set up Tailwind again. Why? You already have Tailwind, buddy. Or at least Tailwind was still up. Okay, see... now he brings in Coco again. Coco, that makes things a little awkward, because not only does that remove... Well, I mean, Dazzling Gleam doesn't KO my Necrozma. At least I don't think it does. From Coco? No, Coco's weak. Coco's weak. There's no way. I mean, I definitely Z-move the Suicune. You know, a special attack drop with Moonblast with... I think I'm definitely going to Moonblast the Coco if it comes in. And... Because if he brings in Groudon, then, like, I just Earth Power you. Is he coming back? Did this guy just dip? Is he gone? Okay, so he's gonna bring in Coco here. Okay, see, I don't think... Oh, Coco's chip, so Moonblast is gonna KO him. So we're good. Yeah, so we're literally good. As long as this Coco doesn't have, like, max Spadef, I think he just drops to Moonblast. Yeah, he should just drop to Moonblast. And then the Photon Geyser, or the Light That Burns the Sky, should be able to get rid of Suicune. Dude, one of the worst parts of Ultra Series is just, like, all the animations. Like, at Atlantic City, I clicked Light That Burns the Sky literally, like, every single game, and I had to sit through that animation. Though, to be honest, like, it's not that hard sitting through the animation when you know it's gonna, like, KO something. Like I usually, when I was clicking Lights That Burns the Sky, like, I was in a pretty good mood watching the animation, because I was getting a KO with that move. But, you know, usually when somebody else clicks the Z move against you, and it's one of those, like, Z feature-length films, it's not really good to be on the receiving end, because you have to sit through that entire animation thinking, man, I'm about to lose a Pokemon here. I especially hated that with Lunala and, like, Sun and Moon series, and especially in Ultra series too. I mean, it's the same thing, but yeah, the Z movies, definitely not gonna miss those. One of the best things about removing Z moves in Sword and Shield is that we don't have to see all these long animations anymore. So I think he's gone, honestly. Like, I think my game plan at the end of this game was pretty straightforward, but I think he's just gone. I think he just left. Like, his timer keeps ticking down, and I mean he's not really making moves. I mean, there wasn't really an opportunity for him to make a move there. I mean, he could have protected Coco or something to prevent... Oh, he has Celesteela. Oh, that's a little awkward. I don't think I want to... See, the thing is, like, his Celesteela could, like, be defense boosting or some dumb stuff, which would make KOing with Groudon a little bit more awkward. But, yeah, I'm just going to switch... I'm just not going to beat around the bush. I'm just going to switch Lele into Groudon and then Moongeist Beam the Celesteela for some chip. Because I know Fire Punch probably doesn't KO Celesteela from full. So it probably needs the Moongeist chip. Come on, guy. I really hope he's like because like if he left, like it would just like auto forfeit, right? Does Showdown auto forfeit if he like? Because like I was trying to make this the last game of the episode because I'm pretty sure we're already like recording a healthy video. I think we already have some a healthy amount of content. So like it kind of sucks to end on this one because like honestly like if I had another battle left in me, I would probably just like go ahead and search for another one. But Heavy Slam not going to be enough to KO. I'm just going to protect my Necrozma. Just because I feel like it, honestly. Don't really need the extra damage. He's really gonna take us down to timer every single turn. That's crazy. Oh my god, Showdown. After like 5 turns, you need to be like, okay, this guy's not here anymore. Let's just give this guy the dub. I still can't believe I made that stupid Skydrop play. I can't believe I did that. Oh my god, that was just a complete like mental gap. That happens to me sometimes in Pokemon where I just make the dumbest plays. Even though I've been like I'd be like playing a game like super well, and then like suddenly my brain just forgets about like one of the minute details of the game, and I just make this completely like dumb play because I forget like a simple mechanic that I should know. Oh, that is a rough way to go out. I was so confident I was going to win that game too. I was like, oh yeah, this game's all but locked up, but I honestly miscalculated a couple of things in the end game there. So, with that battle being done, that is going to be it for this episode, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed, honestly. I'm going to be planning on doing a lot of Showdown lives in the future, with not just myself. I plan to have a ton of special guests and stuff, and, you know, I'm looking forward to getting on a constant schedule of creating content for you guys. But yeah, like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to leave a like for the very first episode, or the very first Showdown live and the very first video I've ever done on this channel. Make sure to check out all my links in the description below. I have Team Report, got a link to my Game House stuff and the Game House in general. Make sure you check out the website. It's good, not just my stuff, but the website in general. And yeah, follow me on social media, subscribe to the channel, because we're gonna be putting out that content. The grind for content starts now, and if you guys join now, you get to be a part of it early. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. I will be back very soon with another video. Maybe a Showdown live, maybe something different. I don't know, haven't really figured out the schedule yet. But yep, with all that done, I'm terrible at outros, but I'll see you guys next time.